Most of us were raised to think of food in terms of calories, macros, or weight loss. But modern longevity science is revealing a much deeper truth. Food is information. Every bite you take is a set of chemical instructions that tells your genes how to behave. It can either flip the switches for cellular repair and longevity, or it can trigger the pathways of inflammation and rapid aging. When you eat, you aren't just fueling an engine. You are updating your biological software. If you provide your body with high-quality, nutrient-dense code, your cells function with precision. But if you feed it processed toxins and chronic sugar, the system begins to glitch. This leads to what we call inflammaging, a state of chronic, low-grade inflammation that acts like rust on your internal machinery, accelerating everything from wrinkles to cognitive decline. The secret of the blue zones. To understand the perfect diet for a century of life, we must look at the blue zones. These are the 5 regions in the world, from Okinawa, Japan to Sardinia, Italy, where people consistently live past 100 without chronic disease. Despite being thousands of miles apart, their diets share a remarkable common denominator. They don't count calories and they don't follow fad diets. Instead, they focus on whole foods that are naturally rich in polyphenols and antioxidants. These compounds act as molecular shields for your DNA in these regions. Food isn't seen as an enemy to be controlled, but as a medicine to be enjoyed. They eat with the seasons, they prioritize plants, and they understand that what you don't eat is just as important as what you do. Shifting the paradigm. In this video, we are moving beyond simple nutrition. We are going to explore the specific Sirtfoods that activate your longevity genes, the good fats that protect your brain, and the hidden sugar traps that are making your cells age prematurely. If you want to reverse your biological age, the most powerful tool you own isn't in a pharmacy, it's in your kitchen. We're about to break down the science of eating not just for today's energy, but for the person you want to be 40 years from now. Are you ready to upgrade your biological code? Let's dive into the protocols of the longevity diet. To understand why we age, we have to talk about a fire that never goes out. Scientists call it inflammaging. It is a state of chronic, low-grade inflammation that slowly degrades your tissues over decades. Unlike the acute inflammation you feel when you scrape your knee, this internal fire is silent. It's caused by environmental toxins, stress, and most importantly, the modern diet. When your body is in a constant state of inflammation, your immune system is distracted, leaving your cells vulnerable to damage and preventing them from entering the repair mode we call autophagy. The sugar trap, glycation. The primary fuel for this internal fire is refined sugar. But sugar does something even more sinister than just causing inflammation. It literally caramelizes your body from the inside. This process is called glycation. When sugar molecules enter your bloodstream, they bond to your proteins and fats, creating harmful new molecules known as advanced glycation, end products fittingly called AGEs. Think of AGE as biological rust. They make your skin lose its elasticity, leading to wrinkles. They make your arteries stiff, leading to heart disease. And they cloud the proteins in your brain, leading to cognitive decline. Every time you consume high fructose corn syrup or refined flour, you are essentially accelerating this rusting process. If you want to reverse your biological age, your first mission is to stop the formation of these AGEs by stabilizing your blood sugar. The insulin spike. Every spike in blood sugar is followed by a spike in insulin. While insulin is necessary to deliver energy to your cells, chronically high insulin is a signal for aging. It locks the doors to your fat stores and sends a loud message to your longevity genes to stay quiet. The longevity diet isn't about calorie restriction as much as it is about insulin management. By choosing foods with a low glycemic index and avoiding the hidden sugars found in processed sauces, breads, and healthy fruit juices, you're effectively putting out the fire of inflammaging. You are giving your proteins and DNA a chance to remain flexible, functional, and young. In the next part, we will look at the shields, the specific superfoods that fight back against this damage. Now that we know what to avoid, let's talk about what to run toward. In the world of longevity science, certain plant compounds act as molecular shields for your DNA. These are called polyphenols. These aren't just vitamins. They are complex molecules that plants produce to survive harsh environments like intense heat or cold. When we consume them, they pass that stress resistance onto us. Polyphenols do something incredible. They activate your sirtuins. Sirtuins are a family of 7 proteins that act as the CEO of your cells. They control cellular health, DNA repair, and energy metabolism. But sirtuins are like a sleeping giant. They need a signal to wake up. By consuming sirtuin-activating foods, often called Sirtfoods, you are essentially sending a wake-up call to your body's internal repair shop. The power of resveratrol and quercetin. Take resveratrol, for example, found in the skin of red grapes and blueberries. It's one of the most studied longevity compounds in history. It tricks your cells into thinking they're in a state of scarcity, triggering a defensive response that protects your heart and brain. Then there is quercetin, found in red onions and capers, which helps clear out those zombie cells we discussed in our fasting video. And we cannot forget the king of longevity fats, extra virgin olive oil. High-quality olive oil is rich in oleocanthal, a natural anti-inflammatory that mimics the effect of ibuprofen, but without those side effects. It's no coincidence that in every blue zone on Earth, olive oil is treated like liquid gold, dark greens, and deep colors. The rule of thumb is simple: follow the color. The deeper and more vibrant the color of a fruit or vegetable, the higher its polyphenol content. Dark leafy greens like kale and spinach are loaded with lutein and zeaxanthin, protecting your eyes and skin from digital aging. Crucial cruciferous vegetables like broccoli and cauliflower contain sulforaphane, which helps your liver detoxify the modern pollutants that damage your mitochondria. By filling your plate with these vibrant shields, you aren't just eating. You are performing gene therapy. You are giving your sirtuins the tools they need to wrap your DNA tightly, protecting it from the mutations that lead to cancer and aging. But how do we put all of this into a daily routine? In the final part, we will build your longevity plate and show you how to structure your meals for a century of health. So how do we turn this science into a daily habit? It starts with the longevity plate. Visualize your plate divided into 3 sections. 75% of it should be covered in vibrant, fiber-rich plants, leafy greens, cruciferous vegetables, and colorful tubers. These provide the volume and the polyphenols we've discussed. The remaining 25% is for high-quality protein and healthy fats. Think wild-caught fish, organic eggs, or fermented legumes like tempeh. And for the finishing touch, a generous drizzle of extra virgin olive oil and a sprinkle of seeds or nuts. This isn't just a meal. It's a biological reset, the secret of sequencing. But here's a pro tip that many people miss. The order in which you eat your food matters just as much as the food itself. To prevent the aging insulin spikes we talked about earlier, always follow this sequence: fiber first, protein and fats second, and starches or sugars last. By eating your greens first, you create a fiber mesh in your gut that slows down the absorption of glucose. This simple change can reduce your post-meal insulin spike by up to 40%, protecting your cells from glycation without changing a single ingredient on your plate. The Barsha rule. Longevity isn't about perfection. It's about consistency. We follow the 80-20th rule. 80% of the time, eat for your cells clean, vibrant, and nutrient-dense. The other 20% enjoy your life. Stressing over a single piece of cake can sometimes cause more inflammation than the cake itself. The goal is to build a metabolic foundation so strong that it can handle the occasional indulgence. You are building a body that is resilient, flexible, and built to last a century. Conclusion: the journey continues. We've covered the power of fasting and the secrets of the longevity diet. You now have the blueprints to reprogram your biology from the inside out. But there is one final piece of the puzzle. Beyond what you eat and when you eat, there is how you move and how you challenge your body with temperature. In our next video, we're going into the world of hormetic stress, how cold plunges, saunas, and specific types of exercise can finish the job of reversing your biological age. If you are ready to reclaim your vitality, make sure you've liked this video and subscribe to PureSpan. Your journey to 100 is just beginning, and we are here to guide you every step of the way. What is the first longevity food you're adding to your plate today? Let us know in the comments. Stay vital, stay curious, and we will see you in the next protocol.